Begun, and I will count it down in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, your reality is very dusty.
The Wet Plate Mystery.
Ghost Meth.
Trash Geyser.
How very cumbersome.
Sounds like the worst Marvel team-up in history. Yeah. Those teeth will make you high.
Therapy Thursday and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
The first of these terms is called an icon. An icon is a picture that represents either objects like printers, documents, applications, folders, devices, or even other computers. In addition, a text label further describes the icon for you.
Please turn off the TV.
Mountain grown for richer flavor. This is The Morning Stream.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to TMS. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. I'm here doubling my fandom. I got a World of Warcraft Northrend shirt on and a Empire hat from the Star Wars on.
From the Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm having a Star War right here in The Morning Stream. It is October 11th, 2018. And like I said, it's me and Brian, and we're here finishing out the week of morning shows for you, the fine listener. Brian, remind me, is it next week you're gone or the week after that you're gone?
Next week I'm here. I'm here all week next week.
Yeah.
And then the week after that I'm gone.
So here's what I'm thinking.
After that, I'm partially gone.
Yeah, and I'm partially gone with you the week after that.
You're partially gone, yes.
So what I'm thinking about next week is, Brian and I haven't talked about this, and we probably could go into more detail there, but I was thinking might be a fun time to wrangle a couple of guesty guests.
I think it's a great idea, but don't do it next week. Do it the week after.
Yeah, the week you're gone. I'm gonna have Dunaway show up for a full show next Monday when you least expect it. No, I don't know who it'll be or what, but we'll come up with something. Keep you guys well covered while we're gone,
cool.
Or while there's
and
I might try
and do call-ins or something while I'm out on the road, just to.
Yeah.
Just so people remember me, remember who I am.
Are you going to see like fall leaves and colors and stuff where you're going?
Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah, my dad has bought a new house out there last year. Finally moved into it in like spring or summer, and he's got a maple grove. My housewarming gift to him was a bunch of taps.
Oh,
kind of a hint. I'd like some fresh maple syrup while I'm out there, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no kidding.
But all the leaves are changing colors. It's supposed to be beautiful up there. I'm going to be stuffing my face with as many lobster rolls, clam chowder, and I don't know what else do they do up there? Cheddar Bay biscuits. I don't know.
Where is this? Maine. It's Maine, right? Maine.
He's in Vermont. But we're going to be going to Boston, Maine, and New Hampshire and
sweet New Hampshire. Like that's where the hobbits
covering all of the states I've never been to up there, and then all I've got left is Montana and North Dakota.
Oh, Montana! There's some tea waiting for you, some hot tea just waiting right there in Montana.
There is. I know. Now I've got the best reason in the world to go to Montana.
No, she sent me. By the way, I got a box of physical tea giveaways for future battle royales.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So we can do maybe even Mondays, but if we do a physical one, I've got a box of teas and some other crap to send, and not t-shirts, guys. Tea like
tea,
gourmet tea. Yeah. Powder,
really good stuff. Like I've been going. I basically have 2 or 3 cups of tea every night now. Like I'll do the coffee in the morning, and then I'll switch to tea. And I swear that pumpkin masala chai it's
really good.
I crave it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's the best one in there so far that I've had. I like it a lot.
It totally is.
Yeah, that's what I'll have if I get out there. Anyway, hey, happy anniversary to the PlayStation VR.
That's right. It turns 2 years old. The old PSVR.
Yeah.
And,
how's yours doing, Brian? How's that holding up for you? The PSVR.
Happy 1 year anniversary since I stopped playing my PSVR.
Yeah.
I was. I'm surprised it lasted that long, honestly. I mean, a year of playing it.
Yeah.
I was trying to think the last thing I played on it was trying out that Resident Evil 7, which was around October of last year. I want to say it was around Halloween, wasn't it?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I think that's right.
And love the soccer game. I guess the thing for me is just that Oculus Go is so easy. I can have
just put it on your head and go. Yeah.
Boom.
Yep.
On my head in like 30 seconds and be playing that kick-ass I love that freaking shoot 'em up game. The
oh yeah, that one's good.
The Western one with the cartoony miners and stuff walking towards you, the zombies.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that fishing game a lot still. I like that game.
Yeah.
I can't say there's been a ton of new things that have really grabbed me, but it's still a pretty nifty little device.
You need to check out that Blade Runner thing that I recommended.
Did I try that or did I not try that? I don't remember now. I think I might have, or I might be thinking of the Jurassic Park stuff. Maybe I tried that. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. But my Rift, the Oculus, or not Rift, this the other one, Vive, kind of had similar experience with. Like the smaller and more portable these things get, the more into them I am.
They really are. I mean, it's the same way with regular consoles. Like if I can, I'd love to sit down and play Spider-Man more. Mm-hmm. But, I can pop open my phone and play a quick game of Lick Your Loot or Card Thief or something like that. And
this is why the Switch is working for me so well.
Yes. Yeah, the Switch.
It's like a nice little middle ground where I can get, console quality gaming with a good controller, not just all touchscreen all the time, and take it with me and, annoy my wife in bed at 12 o'clock at night. So yeah,
right, exactly.
Anyway, totally. But that's happy birthday there, Sony, and they're still supporting it. That's good. I think it's a good little in the console space, they're pretty much it in terms of VR. So
and really, all it would take is some new killer title to have me fire it back up. It's not like it's not boxed away and something I have to dig out. I can turn my head and see right there is my PSVR, which is just one plug connection away from being plugged back into my PlayStation.
Sure, not hard.
Like if they had something, if they had some little patch in the Spider-Man game where you could do the whole swinging thing through New York in VR. I don't even care about fighting the bad guys and stuff. Oh, you're thinking vomit fuel, aren't you?
I think I would probably go, okay, I'm off. I can't do it anymore. It might be too much for me. I don't know if I could do it, but it would be really nifty looking. I'm sure of that. Yeah. Well, all right. Here's the other thing. I got a question about my life this morning, and I'm a little concerned about it. I know as, you get older, you maybe start forgetting things. We're a ways off from that, We don't have to deal with that yet. But,
I'd like to think I am anyway.
Here we are, middle age, It's time for us to have mistresses and buy fancy cars. That's what we do now at middle age.
Oh,
Isn't
really?
that the deal?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that's what I've been told
If I stop subscribing to the newsletter, I need to get back onto it.
Yeah, it's not hard. Just go put your email in and you're good to go. Check your spam, though. Check your spam. So, something happened this morning that I just cannot explain, and I need some detective help from both you and those in the chat this morning.
Sure.
I got what's called an everything bagel. Nick brought it home from the bakery that he works in. And it's basically a big bagel covered in like little poppy seeds and some other kind of seeds.
Onion. It's got
yes, all that.
Right. Yes.
So it's got.
Is that from the Panera or from the Einstein?
No, it's just from his bakery where he works there.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's super good. I love those. I could eat 100 of those, and I shouldn't be. More than one should not be placed in front of me because I will eat them. Yeah,
bread, not our best friend. Also at this age that we're at.
No, it turns out it bloats us a little bit. So anyway, I got one this morning, and I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna eat this, and I got some fresh cream cheese. I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna put that on there. I decided not to toast it because I think those are actually better not toasted because they're. I like the chewy kind of thing going on there with those, and just that particular kind of bagel. Yeah. And so, I take them. And I put them on a plate, and I take a knife and I cut them. A knife I got out of the drawer, cut it in half. Now I have two halves. Lay them over next to each other. I get out the goo there, the cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
And I put the schmear on it.
Right. Yes, that's the official term, the officially correct term.
Yep. I'm part of that newsletter as well.
We're all a little bit Jewish, aren't we?
we all have a little tiny Jew in each one of us. And so I do that. I smear it up real good, and then I go pick one up, and I notice that the plate there's like a layer of liquid on the plate under the bagels. Now that layer of liquid was not there when I got the plate out, And I know this because when I grabbed the plate out of the cupboard, I looked at it and actually like rubbed it because I thought I saw something that was on it, but really it was like something embedded in like the porcelain, like a little black dot. So I'm like, oh, that's weird. That doesn't come out. That was not a wet plate when I took it out of the thing, is the point. I put it down. The bagels are dry as a bone. The cream cheese is just cream cheese. There's no water in that cream cheese.
No, but was there maybe condensation on the outside of the tub of cream cheese? Like, had it been out for a few minutes?
Well, I checked that as well, and and Kim's in here doing this with me. She's as stumped as I am. I pick up the cream cheese tub. I rotate it around almost like a video game when you're looking at an object. You know?
VR. You examine the tub in VR.
Yeah, VR tub inspection. And there's no liquid of any kind. There's no condensation. There's not even buildup in the cheese itself where there might be a little layer of, like you get with yogurt or something. It's not even that. Yeah. So completely non-liquefied anything there. I put that to the side. The investigation continues. I look at the knife I cut the bread with. It's dry and has been for, it's been in the drawer. There's absolutely no liquid anywhere near me. And I'm getting close to it going, smelling it. Is this weird? Is it like, did the cat run up here, pee real quick and leave? Like all that kind of stuff. And
Any smell to it, or is it just water?
Just water. And I ate the bagels because why not? I went ahead and ate them. Where's the plate? It's over there. Yeah. And they were fine. There was no taste to it. It was just like water had gotten on the plate somehow. Now, the only thing I can think of is at one point when I finished doing the schmear, I walked what I thought was 6-8 feet away to the sink and rinsed the butter knife off that I'd used in the sink. And it's possible, I guess, in some wacky world, the water went splashing from there way over there onto this plate that I didn't notice, but that didn't seem very likely. And so I still don't know what happened, and Kim doesn't know either. We don't know how it got wet.
Really weird.
Yeah,
because a couple of people said toast sweat. You didn't toast it. This was an untoasted bagel.
Toast sweat. Toast sweat. I've never heard that before, but no, we didn't toast it. We just did. Yeah. We just did a dry ass bagel. And nothing got cooked. We didn't boil anything. We didn't do anything. There's no water being used anywhere else. Like, I cannot figure this out. And the fact that I ate it is a little bit of a shock because
I know it is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, normally this would put me off. I'd be like, okay.
Not typical Scott Johnson behavior. Well, that's wet. I don't know. Let's eat it anyway.
Yeah, because for all I know, it's chicken water. It
isn't everything bagel, Scott. I mean, maybe one of the things in everything is.
Yeah, it turns out everything is
4 ounces of water.
A wide-ranging definition of everything. That's true.
Right, exactly.
But I decided not to worry about it and eat it anyway because what the heck? And if I'm gonna get food poisoning or whatever from this chicken water that came out of nowhere, well then I may as well be now than 2 weeks from now. So
no water on the table underneath the plate or anything like that?
No, I checked all of that. I cannot. Weird. I really am stumped about this. Like, there's no. Yeah. I had no glasses of water anywhere. I had a chai tea, but it was way over on the other table on the other side of the room, just sitting there. Like, no opened stuff. Like, it was just. And I was sure the culprit would have been the cream cheese because it had been in the fridge, and condensation, all the stuff you guys said. But I checked that thing as thoroughly as possible. It's just hardcore cheese spread in there, and then it's dry as a bone. And this was liquid in this plate, like not an inch of it or anything, but enough to go, oh look, there's little floating bits in there now. And the water was clear, yes, but it also had little bagel bits in it. I just don't get it. I don't freaking get it.
It's really strange. I don't know. I don't know what to.
I don't know either. All right, mystery continues. Here's what's fun about these mysteries, though.
Yes.
We put it out there in the ether, and y'all at home can sleuth this out and give us what you think is going on. There's going to be some guy who's like, oh, I'm a scientist in such and such lab. And
here's exactly what happened. I mean, look up. Is there a leak in the ceiling? Or I mean, it honestly could have just been someone playing a joke on you.
Could have been. It was just Kim and I this morning. Carter's at work, and Nick's, I don't know where he is. He's in bed. So it's like... Or the dogs. Well, I mean, there were dogs, but they can't get up on the counter. As far as I know, the cat can.
Right.
He can get around like a little monkey. It's possible that he did it.
Well, Sidian said Nick secretly put an ice cube in your bagel. So, all joking aside, did either of you have something with ice in it this morning to drink, and maybe an ice cube somehow landed on the plate, melted?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if Kim did. I don't think she did. We both had hot something this morning because it's freaking cold today. And we don't have the heater on yet because it's like that weird in-between time where you're like, I don't want to turn the heater on yet, but I kind of am freezing and I don't want to get out of bed in this cold air, and, you know, we're in that thing. I mean, Nick was up till like 2 playing Siege with his brother-in-law. Talk about video game problems, man. Those two, they can't stop playing. They play that Rainbow Six Siege until like 2:30 in the morning every night.
Really?
Yeah, and he works at like 7 a.m. the next day. I don't know how he's doing it. Y'all are, I guess you're young. That's what you do when you're young. You do things like that.
I guess so. I can't do it. I can barely make it through a quarter of an episode of The Gifted before I doze off.
Yeah, I can't get through. Wait, what's The Gifted? Oh, I can't even watch The Gifted.
Why? Because it's too many pretty people?
Yep. You got it. I can't do it. It's so hard for me to take seriously those shows. I can't.
You just gotta, like, you know, say whatever. I mean, you know, it's going to be pretty people on network television shows playing mutants and chasing mutants and all that sort of thing.
Kim got on this tear for a while where she watched Madam Secretary, Tia Leone and all them. And that's actually a pretty decent political drama, I guess. I mean, it's a little, I don't know, it's a little soap opera in some places. But, you know, you got Tim Daly and all these guys. The problem with that show is the same. Nobody... The White House in their scenario, including the president, are across the board good-looking, sexy people, including old people who used to be real sexy when they were younger. Do you know what I mean? Like they only hire the old, skinny.
I don't know, like Martin Sheen, President Bartlett, or Allison Janney.
See, I disagree. Allison Janney's kind of weird and googly looking, and she's tall and lanky and strange looking. President Bartlett's kind of squatty and plump and dopey looking. Like, that's the thing with West Wing. West Wing never went down that road. The closest they got was...
Right. I mean, I'm looking at a cast photo of West Wing, and it's like, yeah, okay,
Rob Lowe,
they look like real people.
Maybe Rob Lowe's your only guy that's... But also, there's something about Rob Lowe's good looks that is also creepy. You know what I mean? So even that doesn't exactly work. West Wing was like, here's Toby. Look at Toby. Scrunched up little Jewish Toby.
Yeah.
You know?
You're right. Yeah, I mean, look at NYPD Blue. It didn't... This is...
All these
it's something
shows
that you just got to get over, but yes, you're totally right.
And I'm telling you, they're hamstringing themselves because the best TV shows in the history of the medium are all normal ass looking people. When you have nothing but really good looking people in your show, it's impossible to take it too seriously. So you're never going to have the accolades or the legacy you want with your show.
3/4 of the cast of Seinfeld is goofy looking, and look how well that show did.
Exactly, but even Elaine, who's cute, is cute in a goofy way. Like, I'm telling you, we need to get back to that and get away from like everybody's. You know when it was when it started to turn was Friends. Friends started us down a bad path. It's like, oh, perfect, good-looking people all living in an apartment that nobody can afford in the middle of Manhattan with a beautiful loft. Like,
I'd still say, Ross and Chandler are kind of goofy looking.
Yeah, but I don't know.
They're
Chandler was good.
But still, 2/3 of the Friends are cosmopolitan model looking.
Right. And people in the chat going, old man rant. No, I'm saying this is a network TV problem right now in particular.
It kind of is. I mean, it's the Melrose Placening of network television.
Yeah, it is. I mean, 90210, I mean, sure, you can see the early goings of this, but I'm just saying, if you look at cable and or streaming stuff, generally speaking, they avoid this trope. They avoid it.
Obsidian says, I think ER is the bigger culprit. I disagree. Anthony Edwards is not like a male model looking guy like McDreamy is on Grey's Anatomy, right?
No, there's a lot of variety on that show. I agree.
Yeah, totally agree. You got, what's his face who got his arm cut off by a helicopter blade. You got...
oh, yeah, that guy.
I mean, even Alex Kingston... As beautiful as I think she is, she's not traditional classic beautiful.
Right. There's variety. And do you know that there's a show out right now that all my wife likes and a bunch of people like? It's like a lady's got a billion tattoos but doesn't know what they mean. Do you know?
Yeah, Blacklist. Or not Blacklist, Blind Spot.
Blind Spot.
Yeah.
That could be cool, but my gosh, everybody in it walked out of a freaking, I don't know what magazine, out of a a Gap ad,
Vogue or whatever. Yeah, right, exactly. Looks like a J. Crew or a United Colors of Benetton spilled out onto the television.
Yeah, like where's the chief of police? Oh, she's the hot chick down at the end of the hall who looks like she's a 22-year-old model. Go talk to her. Go talk to the police chief. F off. This is not real. Give us some real, man. Like I want real people. I want people that don't all adhere to one exact aesthetic, where it's just like, okay, perfect people across the board. That's why I could never watch that. There's a other government one that was a lot more soap opera, but it was called
The Good Wife or Scandal.
Scandal. That's it. Same problem, dude. Everybody in Scandal, right down to the guy they had playing the president, could be walking around in J. Crew catalogs. I hate it.
Yeah, you're not wrong, and it is funny how you compare network television to cable. For the most part, Breaking Bad full of a bunch of goofy looking people.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. The best shows ever are weird looking, and I don't mean in a bad way. There's just character there, and not just standard ass freaking. Everybody looks the same. You're all perfect. The lighting's perfect. Like it doesn't exist. This is I can't relate to it. Is what I'm saying. I watch it and I go, I don't know who any of these people are in real life. These don't exist.
Lemonade 2020 says, "Is it because Scott doesn't think pretty people could be qualified in important positions?" The answer is not every important position.
That's my
cross section of any company. You're going to find
exactly my point.
80% people who look normal and 20% people who look like they fell out of American Eagle Outfitters.
Yeah.
Ads.
Third Illusion says lots of pretty people in Game of Thrones. Sure. But
lots of ugly people too.
Yeah, and it's kind of gritty pretty. It's not the same.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like in your fantasy, in your high fantasy, you kind of go that direction. I'm making a good point, and y'all know it. If any of you are sitting around going, I love it when everyone's a supermodel in my drama. Go for it. You got plenty of options out there. It turns out the network TV's full of this crap. Go.
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, how much by railing against it, by being the I'm not gonna watch it kind of folding your arms. This is part of the old man rant. How much good TV will you miss out on? I mean, granted, we're seeing a lot more shows not on terrestrial network TV that are doing so well and high acclaim and critical accolades, but I mean there's still the occasional The Good Wife or
Friday Night Lights was a good example. Friday Night Lights was a great example.
Friday Night Lights, that's a great example. Yeah, I mean nobody on that show is goofy looking.
That was a cool. I mean, you can write a show that's so good that maybe it transcends this. Sure, I think that's possible, but at the same time, there's a feeling of superficiality to it, and that's when and it's not that I have a rule that's like I'm not going to watch it if people are pretty in it. That's not what I mean. I mean, I can't take the content seriously as a for the art form that they may want it to be, because there's so much superficialness to it. Like, just make it more real. That's all. And I don't mean realistic. I mean, like, people with character. That's what was great about Star Trek when it was on TV. It's not everybody's a sexy beast. They're all weird looking in a good way. We're all that's real people. When you're looking at this and going, oh, the blind spot. Oh, look at these people. That's just you wishing you looked better. And that's Hollywood giving you a standard you can't achieve. Because this is like for every 50 million people, there are 5 people that look as good as them. So lower your guns.
Yeah, I don't see. I would love to see Hollywood make a change for this. I don't see it happening anytime soon. But
and you can be handsome and good looking. Like someone says, no more Tom Hardy for Scott. No, he's a handsome, good looking guy. But
he is not. He's
got a thing about him, but Brian's actually getting closer to my point.
Go see Venom, and you'll be like, oh yeah, okay, maybe. Yeah.
Right, but the point is that he can just about don any haircut.
His
face.
Attractiveness goes beyond physical appearance.
Right, it's
it
not this.
Has to.
It's not just a superficial layer of like, oh, a supermodel person, therefore this must be good. No, it's not good. That doesn't mean anything's good, and it takes me out of stuff. So you can't use that. What's the other one? I couldn't watch the 100 because of this, and they're right. I couldn't. I tried. I love the idea. It's like, all the kids are getting sent down to the planet to fend for themselves because we're terrible up here in this ship with the parents. Like, it was a cool premise, but then everybody looked like Justin Bieber and his girlfriend. It's like, F that, dude.
Yeah.
Not into it.
No, you're...
They said I wouldn't watch shows if they all looked like Harvey Weinstein. No, actually, I would. I don't want Harvey Weinstein in them, but
maybe not all of them looking like Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
But have a Harvey Weinstein looking dude in them, and it feels more real.
Look at NYPD
there are
Blue.
A lot of Harvey Weinstein looking dudes out there.
NYPD Blue is a great example.
Yeah.
Of what makes those people cool. But what made him attractive, not in a hot way, but attractive in a interesting way, was because he was really interesting. This kind of squatty, angry, balding dude with really great characterization, and that's what draws you to that show. Not that he's some buff, I hate that. I hate it.
Yeah, and Deranged Wildfire talks about Lost as a good example of everyone is pretty. I wouldn't say everyone was pretty, though. I mean, all right, Matthew Fox, Evangeline Lilly, sure, but like John Locke was goofy looking. Charlie was goofy looking.
I agree. I don't think Lost is a good example of all of pretty people. I think even the pretty ones.
Sawyer's attractive, and Kate and Jack.
Yeah, but Shannon. Characterization, Brian, this is the key. You're bringing this is perfect because Kate, beautiful. Evangeline Lilly, she's gorgeous. All right, no question about it. But they used that as a contradiction with her character because she was so flawed in so many ways that that superficialness was part of the story. It's part of what made her the character she was. Go deeper than the beauty. What do you have left? You have a very frightened, very interesting character that's been through some stuff. Like, that's different. That's nuanced. It's interesting. You watch The Blind Spot and you're like, you're just pretty and that's all you are in here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Let's eat a Kit Kat. How about that? That'll make us feel
Let's
better.
eat a Kit Kat. Let's calm you down with a Kit Kat. Tell me which one you can read, or I guess I'll grab my bag.
Let's do a thing here. Hold on. Here we go.
What's your foodie?
For wonderful flavor combined with sound food values.
All right. That's what we're going to do.
All right. So we've got a big pink raspberry bag of Kit Kats. We've got a dark green, looks like green tea.
That was my wrestling name in high school was Big Pink Raspberry Bag, by the way.
Big pink raspberry bag. We've got one that is, looks like it's white chocolate covered.
Ooh,
like
do you have this
pies.
one? Do you have this one? Look at this one.
All right, let's see if I've got that one. I should. I feel like we got the same things, didn't we?
I think so. Caiocho grape, it says.
I bet I didn't because I'm just realizing I've got 2 bags of the raspberry and 2 bags of the matcha tea, and I don't see.
I have that too, though. I have 2 and 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you also get?
I
don't have that one you just showed. Do you also have this one? Oh, we've already eaten one of these.
Have we? Oh yeah, we ate those.
Yeah.
We ate those. How about this one? Do you have the Coca-Cola melon? It looks like melon.
Cantaloupe? I do have that one.
Okay.
With a bowl of whipped cream next to it for some reason?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, why is there whipped cream on that? Do people eat melon with whipped cream?
I don't know.
Only the pretty people.
I like the Kit Kat containers that have these places on them where you can write down messages as like it's a gift for somebody. Like the back of this has a dear, like a big space with dear blank, and then fill it out, and then from blank.
That's great. Is that a thing they do there, where it's like, ooh, a little gift for my friend, a thing I bought out of a vending machine?
I see it on candies a lot more from there than I see it here.
Huh. Oh,
Our
wow.
Snickers
The top
just has weird words on it and stuff.
The top's like a cigarette box. It's like a...
It is, like pops open. Yeah, nice.
Oh, look at that. All right, Japan, you got me there. All right, here we go.
Cigarette?
Hokkaido melon.
Hokkaido melon.
Hokkaido. And we're going to just tear this open here. Ooh, it smells good coming out.
Oh, yeah, it does. Well, there's no way that'll end up in a mashup.
All right.
Eating it now.
Let's do it. Okay.
Very light
Oh, I like it.
flavor.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. Is that just that was just like cantaloupe to me, and it tastes like it too.
It is just like cantaloupe, yeah.
Why do they have a different name for it, I wonder?
Because it's a country with a different language.
Oh, they speak Japanese there. You know what? I think you're right. Well done. All right.
Hokkaido melon, yeah, basically it's a Yubari King is a cantaloupe cultivar farmed in greenhouses in Yubari, Hokkaido, a small city close to Sapporo.
Oh, all right. Well, once again,
There you go.
we have left this show with knowing more than we came in with. I like that. I also like
Very good.
this.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
Oh, look, it's the morning news brought to you by.
Eating too much steak.
Oh, okay. I should probably tell you what that's about.
Yes, it's funny. I had steak last night too, and I bet you sous vide'd yours as well.
We did. It's the only way to go now. Anything less feels stupid. So
Right.
it really does feel stupid not to sous vide everything. So we did that with some steaks, and they were utterly fantastic. They were seared on the on the, what do you call it outside, the barbecue thing, the grill.
The grill, okay.
Did that at the end, just kind of, took it out, quick searing, and took it back in. Really, really good. The problem is when it's that good and also that tender, you feel like you haven't eaten as much of a steak as you actually have, or at least that's how I am. I don't feel like I've really gone for it. And so I do a lot of this. I eat it and go, oh, honey, you going to finish that? Oh, Nick, are you done with yours? Like that. And I think it's...
Well, we all know that you don't get calories when you eat food off of other people's plates.
Right. It's all just air. It's like eating celery. It doesn't do anything to your system.
That's correct.
So that's what I did. I kind of ate mine plus half of everyone else's, plus another third of a extra one we put in the fridge for lunch today.
Nice.
I think I should probably stop eating red meat this week. And yeah, too much meat makes a man very sad. All right.
I believe that is the idiom. Yes.
Do I have that right?
Too much meat, red meat makes a man sad.
Glape. All right.
Glape.
Let's dive in here. Got some news for you.
Okay.
A Louisiana man, told officers a ghost planted meth on him before he was arrested. This is, seems like this.
And I would have gotten away with it too.
Seems like
if it weren't for that creepy ghost.
Seems like it's going to hold up in court just fine.
Yeah.
Authorities say they arrested a Louisiana man on drug and false reporting charges after he told them quite a story, possibly involving a ghost. The Ouachita Parish. I think I haven't been there.
Ouachita.
Ouachita. It's got an O, but it's silent, I guess. Sheriff's office said they responded to a home in Lynette Drive in West Monroe. Oh, I have been to Monroe before. Monroe's kind of a dump. It's not a great town.
I think
it's fine.
Monroe Star, Monroe Register. I feel like we had Monroe as a customer. I don't think I did the installation there, but
you're lucky. It's a dump. It's not.
Is
nice.
it okay?
Yeah, Monroe's gross. Anyway, calling a man. Sorry, they heard a report of a man who'd been attacked by an axe. The man claims someone stabbed him in the head with the bladed weapon when deputies arrived. Seems like a serious thing. You want to show up, somebody's getting stabbed with a deal, right?
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
They found the caller, Michael L. Ottenberry.
Ottenberry.
He was at the front door cursing at people who were obviously not there. Deputies say the man was not calm and cursed at them too, so he placed him in handcuffs for his and their safety. Upon looking him over, they say they found no indication that anyone had actually been hit in the head with an axe. Then, according to arrest records, he also told deputies that intruders were inside his home. They went inside, but they say they couldn't find anybody. What they did find, however, was a small bag of meth in plain view on the nightstand.
Perfect.
That's where I keep mine, is on the nightstand.
Well, yeah. Right. So easy to wake and bake, or wake and, I guess that's not wake and bake if it's not pot, but easy to wake and meth.
Wake and meth.
Wake and meth.
And meth's upper, so I guess you'd use it in the morning, or that's when you should use it.
Yeah. That's
but
when you should. Yeah.
If you're
that's when people recommend you do your meth is in the morning to help you wake up and face the day.
That's the prescribed use.
Yeah.
In the morning. It's like a coffee. You can't go on your day without a big snort of meth from your side table.
Right.
Anyway, it says here, they say they also found a gram of meth on him. When asked about the meth, deputies say he told them that intruders or a ghost planted the meth.
Or a ghost.
Yeah.
Intruders.
Intruders or ghost. What if it was a ghost intruder? See?
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your Scooby snacks, because they're planting meth on all of us around here.
That's right. I feel bad for the court-appointed attorney who has to deal with this dude, because I don't think his claim's going to hold up in court.
By the way, Swamp Rat 1965 is from that area. He's from West Monroe. He says it's pronounced Washita.
Oh, Washita. Okay.
Washita. I see that now.
Yeah. You get poop on you got a Washita. What do you if you're from that area, what do you think of Monroe? Am I giving it a bad it's been years, so I can't, it's been since the late 90s I was there last, so I can't maybe it's all great now. I don't know. Who was it in there was saying?
It was Swamp Rat 1965.
All right, Swamp Rat, tell me if I'm wrong, and I'd be happy to give Monroe another chance. Just remember when I was there last, it was rough. Here's one for you. Yellowstone geysers, they're a thing. They go off and spew stuff,
They do. I've never seen them. Never actually seen I've never been to Yellowstone.
Oh, you should go. It's cool. It's really cool.
I know. I'd like to.
It's worth seeing. You should
maybe
go.
when I make my drive up to North Dakota and Montana, I'll go up through Wyoming, and then through then go over to Yellowstone.
Yeah, that'll work. City, and I mean, it's not a sparkling city of lights, if that's what you're looking for. No, I don't mean that. Anyway, Yellowstone. They're famous for the geysers. And this is bad, though, what's just happened. A Yellowstone geyser had a real bad day and spat out a pacifier from the 1930s and a bunch of other trash as well. So stuff that's been in there since 1930.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, some kid's pacifier just got spat up on the thing. In late September, a typically docile ear spring geyser in Yellowstone National Park erupted with a forceful blast that shot up to 30 feet of water in the air amidst the debris. The S's were throwing me. That spewed out of the geyser during the eruption were not only rocks and dirt, but pieces of human-made trash, some of which date back several decades. Park officials discovered items like a cement block, aluminum cans, cigarette butts, a rubber heel insert, an 8-inch long drinking straw. 8 inches of drinking straw is a long straw, isn't it? Well, that's about that.
8-inch, yeah.
That's normal. They should have just said straw, drinking straw.
Yeah, I think that's a typical straw length is about 8 inches.
Yeah, that's weird. It says almost 100 coins and a baby pacifier from the 1930s. As Brandon Spector reports for Live Science, quote, the water had just washed out under the boardwalk and had strewn trash all around.
Jeez. So people like sticking, like, I'm going to make a wish and throw a coin into this hole in the ground.
Give me the baby's pacifier.
Have your Slurpee straw. I'm going to put that down there too.
That's right. Where's the baby? Give me your pacifier. We're going to have good luck all week. Yeah, I don't understand that. It's weird. As long as a baby didn't show up, it's better to have just the thing.
The thing that blows my mind, a cement block. I mean, I guess I'm thinking of one of those big rectangular 2 holes in the middle cement blocks, but it's probably just like a big chunk of cement.
When you were younger, college age or even high school, did you ever have those cement blocks and use them for like your stereo or for books and stuff like that? Did you ever do that?
I did at some point. I think college. Oh yeah, there's a picture of the cement block right there. Yeah, it was more in college. This is before the days of IKEA, so a lot of our furniture were milk crates from the grocery store. Those nice solid plastic milk crates.
Yeah,
you can make a rad bookcase out of those.
Oh heck
yeah! And a couple cement blocks.
I'm looking at this table with all of its items.
Yes.
I would love to have one. Like, I want one of those cans because they're whatever was on them was completely burned off.
Bleached completely.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
all those coins.
Look at that baby pacifier. My gosh, that thing was a monster back then.
What's the thing to the right of the baby pacifier? It looks like an iPhone case.
It's somebody's old Kindle. I don't know. Yeah. It looks like a something tablet-y device looking thing.
Is that the drinking straw between the pacifier and the cement block?
Must be. Yeah, must be because nothing else. There's a pen, a dart.
There's a pencil.
What's that?
A green. Yeah, what's the thing with the funnel?
Yeah, what's somebody's bong? What is that? Show that to Dave.
I don't know.
Maybe Dave knows. What's up?
Yeah, exactly. It's either a sexual device or drug paraphernalia, one of the two. By the way, so I get a text from Crazy Neighbor yesterday.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've talked about this before, but he is all Android, and he's one of these people who likes to say, "Oh, how come your Apple can't do this?" or "Your Apple can't do that," like he refers to it as my Apple.
Yeah.
Right? How come your Apple can't do that?
Sounds like Dave.
And then he sends me these texts that where he uses the voice recognition feature on his phone, and it makes absolutely no sense. And actually, that was kind of what this was. Yeah. So, like, I get this text. I send him a little video of this new craps table that Missoula put on Twitter, which was really, really cool. Yeah. And then, it's funny. He's actually just texting me right now. I know he's not. I don't think he's listening to the show, but it's really funny.
Who, Dave is? Dave is texting you?
Crazy Neighbor Dave. Yeah. So he says, replies to my craps table. Says, "Win this, what does it do?" No punctuation or anything like that. And then he put 1 underneath it, like correcting his win to 1.
Yeah.
No photo, no context, no nothing else. And I said, well, it's a digital craps table, explaining what this thing does, because that's what I think he's asking. What does it do? Yeah. It's like, well, it seems pretty obvious. It's a craps table and it has a video underneath it. Then he says, HomePod. And I'm thinking, well, obviously that's an autocorrect of something else. I don't know what he's talking about, HomePod.
Yeah. He's bad at this. He's bad at it.
He's bad at it. So then he texts me a photo of an Apple HomePod still in the box with the background of like at a trade show or something. And I said, oh, you won a HomePod and you're asking what does it do? Okay, I get it now.
Oh.
And he says, yes, what do I do with it? Does it hold open the door? I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, here we go. Here comes the Apple stuff.
Yeah, here's what you need to do. Say, here's what it does, Dave. It comes to my house and stays here. Tell him that. Tell him that's what they do.
Right, exactly. He says, do I need to subscribe to something? And more importantly, do I have an Apple device that you do not? Like, okay. All right, here's where we're going with this, huh? This is this is what's happening?
Yeah. It's always fun to deal with that.
So
look, anyway. The way I look at it is, if you like a thing, go for it. Don't be all tribal.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's not like it's hard to get. Yeah. It's not like I haven't bought one because they're just so impossible to find. Yeah. I just don't really have a need for one.
Yeah, I don't need one. I'm good.
I mean, even if you were to say, we're not going to use this, you want to buy it for $100, I'd say, well, maybe, but I don't know what I would do with it. I've got, where I listen to music is right here, and I've got kick-ass speakers hooked up to my computer that I can also Bluetooth in from my phone or my iPad or whatever.
Yeah, you don't really need it.
Yeah.
I mean, I might do it for $100 and then sell it for $200. Just to make the extra money. If you don't have Apple, sell it. How's your Apple? All right. Well, anyway, keep it like a geyser, as the Red Hot Pilly Cheppers.
Yeah. Keep it like a geyser. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now.
Give it away your 8-inch straw. All right. What else? A man was stabbed in the face and leg during an argument over a cucumber. Oh, I saved this over from yesterday.
Oh, well, I mean, haven't we all had an argument over a cucumber? Feels
like this has happened to everybody.
Yes.
But in this case, it happened to Ahmad Karim. He lashed out with a kitchen knife after Rabwar Hani took a vegetable he was preparing for a meal at their shared accommodation in Southland Field, Great Horton, Bradford on March 17th. This is the UK, I guess.
It's the UK. I think Bradford and Great Horton, Southfield Lane and Great Horton and Bradford.
Southfield Lane.
The whole thing sounds like,
Yeah, I think so.
you guys all have way too much in your your mailing address. By the way, I'm just going to say that right now. As somebody who has to send things to the UK all the time for Coverville citizenship and
it's
Patreon,
the worst. It's the worst.
You guys have so much extra garbage in your mailing addresses.
I agree. I send things to Terpster sometimes. And
Sheffield County, Lincolnshire.
Big long number that makes no sense.
Right, exactly.
Two more numbers, then some sort of UK symbol, and then another number. That's really weird.
House number, street, city, state, zip.
That's
Boom.
right. Oh, speaking of which, I got a brand new PO box. If people want to send shite without having to come find me first or whatever, it's just up now, listed on the website. If you go to the contact page on the website, there's just a big old address there, and you can just use it. You're like, I got these weird things for you guys to eat, or I got some a copy of a DVD for FilmSack, or I just want to say something dumb that I made, or whatever. It's there now. Go use it so I can justify it. Okay? Go use it. frogpants.com/contact. It's right up there. All right. Check this out. This guy. The knife caught Mr. Hani in the mouth as the pair scuffled. Yeah, that's not good. He was also stabbed in the leg. Mr. Hani seized the weapon and snapped it in half. Oh, my Lord. After Kareem, the Kareem guy got a broken nose. Let's see. Kareem, 21, fled to his bedroom and locked the door. I'm not coming out. I hate you, Mom, he said.
And this ends the MTV Real World in Great Horton, Bradford.
Yeah. And don't worry, Chad, if you send weird food, they're all saying, oh, whatever we send, it'll sit there for weeks. No, I get notified the minute something gets there, and it's just up the road. So you can just do it. Or I can even forward it to myself or Brian or whatever. It's all very easy. Anyway, he told the police he took my cucumber, and we argued. Kareem pleaded guilty to unlawful wounding after first saying he acted in self-defense. His barrister, Robin Fries, now we know it's the UK, because he's a barrister.
Yeah.
Said the client was an asylum seeker who had fled Iraq when ISIS moved into the area where he lived. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Anyway, he had been held in custody for 6 months after stabbing Mr. Hani and was afraid to leave his cell at the court to face the judge. All of that completely non-connected to the idea that he fought over a cucumber, but oh well. I guess you got to fill out your...
Yeah, well, whatever it takes, yeah.
Your word minimums.
I want to know, like, the story about the cucumber is really how did the fight start? We know that one of them took a cucumber from the other person as they were trying to prepare a meal.
Yeah.
That's the story. I want to know.
I agree. They don't really get into it. They just say he was preparing a meal. They had a shared accommodation. I think the implication is that that's hard because you're sharing a kitchen and bathrooms and things, and tempers get hot, and that's it. They didn't really say. So the guy, well, hey, it's my cucumber. No, it's mine. Here, I'll stab you in the face.
We're gonna julienne the cucumber. No, we're not. We're gonna make slices.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's fine, whatever. People have their problems. Here's one for you.
Okay.
Here's the problem, I think. A 4-year-old came home from school and showed her mom teeth that she got at daycare, she called them. But they were actually chunks of crack cocaine. That's no good. That's not good.
Jeez, no.
4-year-old girl brought home some crack from her daycare, showing her mother the teeth she got from another child at the facility. Serenity Straker gave her mother the capsules Friday and told her she had put one in her mouth. Oh, jeez. She could have died if she ingested this, the mother told WPIX. I was furious, says the mother. Straker went to police, where detectives confirmed the substance was indeed crack cocaine. She then took Serenity out to a hospital where she tested positive for the drug because she briefly had the capsule in her mouth before spitting it out.
By the way,
yeah,
let's not just teach our kids to stay away from crack cocaine.
Yeah.
Let's also teach them not to put strange teeth in their mouth. Like,
yeah, even if this was teeth.
Why is your first instinct, hey, look, here's some teeth. Oh, let me put it in my mouth.
Yeah, it's just kids, man. They just, put whatever they want in their mouths. I mean, I've watched my niece recently. Her name's Olive, and she's adorable. But she'll just see a thing and go, that will fit in my mouth.
Yeah, that's what kids do.
Yeah. It's how they get immune to everything. But in this case, I don't know. Teeth, it feels like teeth is a stone's throw too far, perhaps. Let's see. Says she was checked thoroughly and she's okay. The mother's still not satisfied. No one was watching the children, she said. There were 15 kids in this room with 2 teachers and 2 aides. Where were they when this was going on, she says.
Yeah.
The Administration for Children's Services did not comment. Police are investigating the incident as a case of endangering the welfare of children. I mean, it's possible that one of those kids just has a crack-addicted parent and brought their little bag they found at home.
Exactly, right? Well, probably grabbed it from the nightstand because that's where you keep it.
Yeah, you keep the crack and the meth.
Sitting there on the nightstand right next to the meth, and they said, "Oh, I might take this to school for show and tell."
Yeah, that's where you keep your uppers. You keep them right there on the bedstand.
That's right. Downers go in the junk drawer.
Right.
Uppers go on the nightstand.
Right. So if you're really, you're tired at night, I got to go to sleep, but I'm so restless. Here, have some heroin. That's in the junk drawer.
Right.
Yeah, I get how this works.
All of this makes perfect sense. I don't know why.
Drugs. Yeah. It's all making sense. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be Wendy time. That means you guys need to get this number in your phones right now and try to be our first caller when that happens. I tested, by the way, the phone system's back to full working order as best I could.
Yay, good deal.
I had Nick mess with it, and I think it was actually an ad blocker that was jacking up the voice thing, which makes
really?
Yeah, it makes really no sense at all to me, but there it is. So that's
Firefox.
Yeah, well done. Well, now it was actually yesterday. The problem was Chrome wouldn't even do it.
Oh, okay.
But
Chrome.
I fixed it. F you, Chrome.
F you ads.
F you, everyone. And so write that number down, 801-471-0462. Have it handy if you want to be today's caller, and Wendy will help you with your big problems today. She's a psychologist, damn it. Take advantage of it. She comes in here and does this for free. All right, Brian, we're going to take a break. Will you play a song for said break?
I will do exactly that, what you just mentioned.
Great.
This is an